tried to put them in the desk. They came in, they didn't find anything. I don't know how. They didn't really look or anything. They just kind of were concerned. They were making sure that I was in there so they could just tell me to go home. It was something crazy because 99 times out of 100, they would come in, see what's going on in there, and they would probably arrest me because of all the drugs and stuff we had, But for some reason they didn't. I can't tell you why, Mike. I don't know.
That was the Most High. It was God, probably.
It was probably my higher power telling me that he's going to give me another shot, and that's what happened, And I remember it was like a few days before that. It was a few days, before that when things were just crazy, and my mom. It got to the point where I put my mom through a lot of hell, and it got to the point where I remember I was living with her and a while ago, and she had said to me, she found out I was using or whatever. I forgot. I think she gave me a urine test, and I think I failed. I don't even remember exactly when, but there was a point in the beginning, Mike, where she was just like, she would start screaming at me, get out, you know what I mean? You're not going to be doing this. But then at the end, Mike, I remember she just packed the bag, put it downstairs, and she was like, I just need you to leave. She's like, I have other kids in the house. I can't do this with you anymore. Real calmly, and I remember she said something like, oh, I wish you were, I don't know if she said exactly this, but it was something along the lines of, like, I wish you were dead or something like that. It would just be so much easier. And that's what this disease and what I've done basically has brought, my family to. Like, my mom said that to her own son because she just couldn't take the hell and torture I was putting her through anymore.
Did it get to the point to where she really cut ties, or?
Yeah, it got to the point where she threw me out. I've lived in my car, homeless shelters, rehabs, all kinds of stuff, Mike. Yeah, it got to the point where she was just tired of doing that. She said she wasn't gonna enable me anymore. And, I remember I was living in a homeless shelter in Long Branch, and it got to the point where she just didn't want to deal with it anymore, man. And she cut ties, and I didn't get, I was sober for a little bit. Then I wound up going back, but she just finally cut ties. And this past time, I wound up checking myself into Riverview Medical Center. And I remember I was coming off like a brick a day habit or so, and I always took Suboxone and all that other stuff, to get off, the drugs, and that's what the rehabs gave you. I remember when I first got into Riverview. They weren't going to take me because it wasn't really like a rehab. It was like more of a psych ward, and if you're familiar with it, it's more of a psych ward, right?